Hi guys, let's see the SLD for a solar power plant. So the total capacity of the plant is 550 kilowatt and the module I have selected is 325 watt peak module and the inverter I have selected is 50 kilowatt string inverter. It is an Huawei inverter. Let's see the SLD now. So with the configuration till the termination of a LT panel, we will be seeing this. What are the components are involved? So how to connect modules to the inverter and from the inverter to the ACDP. Let's see this one by one. So starting with inverter, the first thing in inverter is configuring the modules to the inverter. So we know the formula for calculating number of modules in series and number of modules in parallel to the inverter depending upon the input from the inverter as well as from the modules. So we have a formula. The inverter I have selected is 50 kilowatt Huawei. It has 6 number of MPPT and each MPPT has 2 number of inputs. So you can check with the datasheet of 50 kilowatt. So I am connecting only 9 number of inputs to the inverter and keeping remaining 3 as a spare. With single string I am connecting 21 number of modules. So I have calculated with the maximum number of modules. It is 21 with the formula. So let's cross check with this with the PV syst. So we have calculated manually. So let's cross check with this manually with this PV syst. Going with PV syst, the system design, grid connector and system. We can see uh, it is 325 watt peak of Adani and Huawei it is 50 kilowatt. I'm selecting. I'm checking with the one number of inverter, 21 number of modules in series and 9 number of strings. So I'm not getting overload losses. So the losses is 0 and the ratio of overloading is 23% and my DC capacity is 61.4. Let's go with 9 number of inverters. So I'm using 9 number of inverters in this whole plant with 21 number of modules and the same 9 number of strings will be connected with the all 9 inverters. So the total number of strings is 81. So 9 nines are 81. So it is 81. So you can see it is 23% of overloading with plant capacity of 553 kilowatt peak. Okay, my AC power will be 465, that is around 450 kilowatt. So this is okay with the configuration. Let's go back to the SLD now. So this is the modules, 189 modules will be connected to the single inverter. So all 9 inverters will be typical with the same first one. So starting with 1 to 21 for the all number of 9 strings. I am using 6 square cable for a DC cable. So from the modules to the inverter, I am using 6 square because of the distance from the modules to the inverter is quite large. So to reduce the losses from the module to the inverter, I am using 6 square cable to reduce the losses. I have calculated with the losses in cable. So 4 square has more number of losses. So I am using 6 square So we know the formula for calculating the DC losses in cables. So and the second inverter typically has the same, and third, fourth, you can see all the 9 inverters I have selected has the same typical with the first one. And next comes the AC cable. So from the inverter we will be connecting the AC cable. It is a rooftop plant, so I have to connect all these 9 inverters to a single ACDB. So it is 9 in 1 ACDB I am using it. So due to distance, different distance between the inverter and the ACDB, I am using an isolator. So to reduce the losses, we will be using higher end cables. So example 90 square mm, 95 square mm, 120, 150. So depending upon the distance from the ACDB to the inverter, you will be using different types of cable size. So I cannot connect a single cable for all 9 inverters to the ACDB. So it has a different rating. So depending upon the distance from the ACDB. First, to the maximum cable that can be maximum size of the cable that can be connected to the inverter will be around 35. So each manufacturer will be having a rating, the maximum capacity that the cable that can be connected to the gland of the inverter. So the maximum is 35 square mm for a Huawei 50 kilowatt And after connecting 35 square mm cable, so I have placed an isolator between inverter to the ACDB. So you can see isolator for every inverter. All 9 inverters will be having a 9 isolators. So all 9 inverters will be having each isolators. So I connected it. So it is with 100 amps, 4 pole, 400 volt. So isolator. So it will be having an MCB of 100 amps, 4 pole. So maximum current from the inverter is around 79. So 100 amp MCB is sufficient to carry that maximum current from the inverter. So I used 100 amps MCB at the isolator. After the from the isolator, you can see the cable will be changed. So for a cable from 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, I have used 70 square mm cable. So these 5 inverters will have a 70 square mm cable from the isolator. Coming with the inverter 6 and 7, from inverter to isolator, the same 35 square mm cable. From isolator, the cable will be 50 square mm cable. So from isolator 6 and 7, you will be using 50 square mm cable for core. And coming with 8 and 9. So it is 95 square mm cable. So you can see 95 square mm cable has been used here. So depending upon the distance between the ACDB and the inverter, you can choose the cable by voltage drop. Coming with ACDB design. So ACDB is 9 in 1 out. All the 9 inverter will be connected with a single ACDB and one output will be taken to the termination point. So I have connected 100 amps MCCB for all incoming. So 9 incomers will be having 900 amps MCCB, which is a 4 pole, and the bus bar I have selected should be capable of carrying all the current that is coming from the 9 inverters. So it is maximum of 800 amps aluminum bus bar with 50 hertz is the requirement. And after this, we will be having a indicator for RYB phase. And coming with multifunction meter. So what is the use of multifunction meter? So this will record the generated power from the plant. So what is the actual power you are feeding it to the grid? So you can measure it from the multimeter. So multifunction meter EM6400, I have used it. So it is a light. And coming with CDs, I have used 3 numbers, each one for a single phase RYB, and it is in a class of 0.5, 10 VA and 800 bar 5A. So this 800 amps will be the primary and 5 amps will be the secondary. So this 5 amps will be connected with the multifunction meter for its recording and metering purpose. And coming with second, what is the use of two multifunction meters? Two multifunction meters. So mainly in solar, we will be using two meters. One is main and another will be the check meter. So if in case main meter fails to work, the check meter will be using for its calculation. So you can get the generated power from the check meter if the main is failed. And next is the MCCB for an output end. So we have connected MCCB at the input. You have seen 9 input and one output has to be taken it from the bus bar. So we will be connecting NCB before terminating the cable to the panel. So for output, we have connected 800 amps MCCB and MCB 6 amps for a on off trip. This is for an indication purpose. And we will be connecting SPD in parallel. There is type 2 25 kilo amps SPD has been connected in parallel for a protection. So this will be it for SPD. And coming with output cable, so output AC cable, I have used 3 runs of 3.5 core, 300 square mm, 1.1 kV aluminum armored XLPE cable. So the distance from the ACDB to the client feeder is quite large. So I have used 3 runs of 3.5, 300 square mm cable. So I have calculated with the voltage and power losses. Only after using the 3 runs, I am getting the less losses from the energy generated. So that is the reason I have used 3 runs. So you can calculate with the formula available. And I have connected with the client spare feeder. It is a 4 pole 800 amps MCCB. Coming with the client spare feeder termination. So check with the availability of the feeder. So it has a suitable MCCB or a breaker what is in your range. And the second thing is 3 runs of cable I have used here. So check with the ability of terminating of the cable. So the some places where the only two number of runs of cable can be terminated, so there will not be available space for terminating the third cable. So check with the availability of terminating the number of runs of the cable. So this is quite important for a termination. And winding up with my design, so I have DC capacity of 550 kilowatt peak DC and AC capacity of 450 kilowatt. So I have used 9 number of 50 kilowatt inverter, and DC to AC overloading capacity, that is 1.1 is to 1.23, that is 23% of DC overloading in every inverter I have used. Thank you.